Hello there. You probably noticed that I take my time. I don't believe in rushing. But today's talk is, as far as I know, at the moment it's a two-part kind of series. I think I've done a new page on my website dedicated to videos that are got more than one part, So, and that's at the bottom of my website. On the categories, you go down to the bottom, that's the bottom page. And so there's two parts to this. There'll be another part as well, and it'll be on that. And also my brand new talks are always at the top of my homepage on my website, lovelightfamily.com. But anyway, today's talk, meditation podcast, is called Two Hearts, One Soul. And yeah, it's obviously twin flame based. But in my mind, in my awareness, my mind, before I done this talk, something came into my awareness about healing. And I mean, I am my mother's registered carer. I have been for years now. I was doing it. I'm the only family member to do it. But being a carer, I think that this journey that we're on relates to caring. It's a healing. There's a gentleness, a selflessness with the awakening, and with twin flames also there's that as well. You see, you got to understand that you're going through a healing journey, as are he or she also. And if you are the one that had the unexpected, see, in twin flame scenarios, there's usually one of them has the spiritual awakening first. And if you are that person, then you are the example to that other person. They may have had an awakening after you. You may have sparked it. So, and it was by design. It was meant to happen that way. And so you are the example to that person, right? And so in this journey, there's a lot of inner healing. And if you're listening to this, you might be a person that's went through a lot, that has faced a lot. I know that I am. And I do believe that, I see that in my tarot readings that I do, that you can see on my website, the homepage as well, I do tarot readings for the collective consciousness, and I believe that there's the person. And even when I watch tarot readings in the mornings, because I get up at 5 a.m. because I'm a mum's carer, I have to prepare everything early. And the tarot readers that I listen to, they always talk about the person that's like the person that had the awakening first, and the other twin flame had their awakening after, or they might have even awakened through them. And I think that's what's happening, because it is an alignment process. You may be in a situation that is quite abusive. You may be in a relationship right now, listen to this, and you may feel, God, I hate this situation. It's not like what you imagine the twin flame situation to be. But this situation, I'm not in a situation like that, but this is for people that are in a situation like that. This is all part of the journey. You see, within you that, with that twin flame, or you can also get soulmates as well that can be similar, shades of difference. But, here I want to talk about the twin flame, but this bad stuff that you're going through, there's a connection with that and twin flame alignment. You have to go through the healing pathway. You see, that's basically it. You have to go through this healing pathway, because these two hearts are one soul. You see, people, the twin flame thing is something that I came into, and I know that I was meant to have that. I had an unexpected spiritual awakening myself. But the twin flame thing came about, and I found out about it, and I know that I was meant to. But it's a journey that we're all on. We're all going through a mass spiritual awakening. That's what's actually going on. And the twin flame is a big part of it. And I've said it before in talks, and I won't get kicked off YouTube for saying this, because the system lower down doesn't realise this. And this is only my belief. I've not heard it anywhere else. I believe it's the twin flame thing that they don't want. Because the awakening and the twin flame thing is so delicious compared to what the system can offer us. And they wouldn't, if everyone was with their twin flames, they would be so preoccupied with that situations that they wouldn't be in fear of whatever the system would do. So I believe it's the awakening and the twin flames especially that they want to stop. And, I think that everything else is a distraction. And so, but anyway, back to the talk in hand. It's an inner healing pathway that you're on. And I've watched videos on YouTube of couples that believe they're twin flames. Some of them end up making websites dedicated to it, and they all say this pretty much the similar thing, that there was an alignment between the two people, that they had to go through a healing pathway. They didn't even get along, but then they aligned. And it's like, well, I've not experienced it in this lifetime, though I have had visions of myself in another lifetime. And that may resonate with people I don't know, but that's what's happened to me. I've had like a lot of the visions I've had visions for years. I think it's probably started when I was very young, but the visions have been accurate. Personal things have happened. It's like, wow, I didn't realize how accurate they were. They were like symbolic and like metaphors, and some of them were like about almost like real happenings. And it is to do with this healing pathway, the twin flame thing. And yeah, it is an inner pathway. But yeah, in my readings that I do, I always say that the one that's awakened first, you are the example to that person. That other person's had the awakening because you've inspired them. Whether they are male or female, whether it's a he or a she. And so just continue to do the inner work. I think with the mass awakening, there's like war everywhere. Some people are like getting terrible things happen to them. Some are in a better situation than others, but there's war everywhere. And that's because when you're healing, all the dirt has to come up, right? But like if you drank alcohol the night before, you might be sick, and you're healing from it. But if I drink any alcohol, it's only at Christmas and New Year time. But you drink, do whatever you want, you don't do meat. Same as I don't eat meat, but I don't encourage others to not eat meat. Eat what you want. There's actually there's vitamin and iron and different nutritious stuff in meat, so I'm not against it. You do what you want, like David Icke says, do what you want as long as you don't impose it on anyone else. Why people got to constantly do that? So this talk in general, but like I say, there is watch out for the other part. This talk is really about, this inner journey. You're the one that had the awakening first. And you're the example to that other person. That's how the two hearts align, because the heart chakra is being awakened, and you're healing and you're aligning the two heart chakras. So it's like one love almost. You see? Because the twin flames, I've heard people say this, are the same core frequencies. So at the core of your being, imagine you've got tantric energy, which is life force energy, and that's in alignment with twin flames. That's why one has to awaken first, then the other will awaken from that other person. And so if you've ever got doubt, I'm here to just remind you, just continue doing the inner. If you're ever lost, whenever I'm like that, and I haven't had depression, proper depression, since I was, what I consider to be depression, since I was 28. I'm 34 now. And that's because of the inner work, And if you ever feel, but it's not like I'm totally perfect or I never get annoyed or something. I'm still healing. And just as I say that, I see 11:11. That's but yeah, we're all healing. But if you are the person that had the awakening first, you are the example to this person. You see, so that's basically what I see. Like I say, I do these collective consciousness readings every day because I see myself as not separate from everyone, but as oneness with everything. We're one collective consciousness. Yeah, you may be star signs, but on a deeper level, we're one. That's why, the tarot readings I do is for the collective consciousness. And look how I am, due to do a new reading soon as well. And that's under the new talk and song. But back to this talk just before I end it. So that is basically what this journey is. And if you're wondering why I only do talks for like 15 minutes maximum, one, I think, is because people have got short attention spans, plus the internet here isn't very good, so it wouldn't upload. I've tried it, and I worked out that it could handle about 15 minutes. So yeah, so if you are the person that's awakened first, that's what I always see in my readings when I'm doing twin flame tarot readings. It's always the person that's awakened first is that example. And remember, if it's a male listening to this and she's got children, then she's thinking a lot different to when she was younger. So if you're an example, you see, and as she's awakening, and the relationship itself, I mean, I've not been in this lifetime, but I imagine it would be a scenario where two people are developing each other. You see, I perceive it to be that way. I don't know, but that's what I feel it would be like after watching other people talk about it. Last week, or it might have been a few weeks ago, I watched a lesbian couple and they were talking about their twin flame relationship and how that when the person just comes into your awareness. And they mentioning this because this may resonate with some people. And the twin flame thing is, like I say, I believe I've not heard anyone else say this. This is only my personal belief. I think everything that is happening, people talk about Kundalini, not Kundalini, what we're talking about, the Illuminati. I believe it's to stop the twin flames. Because I think the elites, the 1%, knows about it. But no one knows this. I've not heard David Icke talk about mention the twin flame thing, and mention that that's what they're trying to stop. That's what I believe they're trying to stop. Because imagine if the majority were with their twin flames and they were in love, and they wouldn't be able to control them kind of people. So I believe, but that is the agenda. But no, I've not heard anyone else say that. That's just my own belief. And because the YouTube won't see that as a threat, I can say that, but it's what I believe. You see? But anyway, I'm just going to leave this talk here. Just coming up for 15 minutes now. For latest updates, talks, news, research, songs, and much, much more. And also remember, I've got a new video part series page at the bottom of my website. There'll be another part to this particular talk. And like I said, for all latest stuff by me, visit www.lovelightfamily.com, which is my website. Thank you.